So today I'm going to be doing a workshop with the new residents that are coming in. It's July 1st, and they need to learn how to don and doff PPE. So I'm in on my vacation day to do a demonstration for them and help them get acquainted with that really important skill early. Guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. So in this video, we're going to be going through a morning routine with me on today, the most special of days, July 1st. So July 1st, you may ask, why is that so important? Well, anyone in the medical field, especially those who are training interns, so, you know, pretty much everyone in the hospital knows that July 1st is significant in that it is the first day of an intern's medical training. So they graduated from medical school in May, and today, July 1st, is their first day on the job. So as a medical student, of course, they rotated through the hospital. Of course, they were, you know, on the wards, and they had patients, and they were following them and doing things. But they weren't, you know, solely responsible for those patients and what happened with them. So that's not really the case now either, but they're more responsible. They're the ones that are writing the orders and the prescriptions, more importantly, for these patients. So it can be a nerve-wracking time for everyone in the hospital, and people really get mentally prepared for these moments. Anesthesia, we get very prepared for our interns because they're going to be coming in and they need very close supervision from day one, hour one. So anesthesia residency is challenging, and especially the first couple of weeks, of course, the first month or so is especially challenging. So you're learning a lot of information really fast. So you need to be able to kind of take all that stuff in and process it and assimilate to the culture of the OR very, very quickly. So our first months with the intern, we take great care of them. We give them a lot of TLC, and we make sure that they're able to have the time and the space to kind of digest everything that's coming their way. So in particular, at my program, we have a preceptorship program that we build in, and in that initiative, we have a one-on-one pairing of an attending anesthesiologist and a new CA1. So they can get kind of special attention that they need in the first month. And you're with that person, basically you're scheduled to work with that person every day for the first 30 days. And then after that, you're able to branch out and be working with other people. So I'm heading over to get my Starbucks fix on. So I'm gonna do a little stop by the drive-thru. So I have a little extra time this morning to stop at Starbucks on the way in because, again, I'm on vacation, nowhere to go. So I'm going to be heading in to help with the orientation of our new residents today, July 1st. Hi, can I have a grande hot coffee? Actually, make it iced.
A grande iced coffee?
Yes, with 1 pump hazelnut and half and 1 Splenda.
Okay.
Thanks. I'm the queen of multitasking, so while I wait for my coffee, I'm going to touch up this face of mine. So crazy. Gotta make every second count. He asked me about, you know, my skin and my routine in other videos, and I have to tell you guys, it is all makeup. My skin needs a lot of work, and usually that work involves MAC. So I might be inclined to do a video on my morning routine. I'll show you guys how I get ready for work, especially on the busiest days, how I make sure that I don't look too tired. So I got my coffee, and I am gonna just sip this down and then head into work now. So good. I'm heading into work this morning, and it's going to be very interesting to see how everything that's going on with the pandemic and the hospital, to see how that's going to affect our new incoming interns and CA1. So today they have a scheduled orientation, as you might also have if you're an intern coming in. And so that means that they're not going to just jump straight into the OR and doing things to take care of patients, but they will be learning all the ins and outs of the hospital and pretty much getting an overview of how to function as an anesthesia resident. Most of our interns do 3 months of anesthesia, or somewhere in between 1 to 3 months, depending on how their schedules work out. And they will be outside of the OR for the most part of their first year. But for the CA1s, they're going to be returning to us from all different parts of the hospital and different rotations that they've been on during their first year, PGY1 year as a resident. So they're finally coming home to the OR, and they're going to be doing anesthesia pretty much full time. Between the ORs and the ICU, they're going to be splitting their time, and they need to learn how to function in that setting. And so orientation is kind of key, because you need to get your bearings with all the intricacies that you don't think about having to do when you're in anesthesia. So getting access to the ORs, getting access to the pharmacy and the Pyxis, which is a type of medication dispensing machine system. So being able to access those things, being able to get scrubs, being able to get locker room access, as you have to change every day in and out of scrubs. So those kind of things we are setting aside time to orient the interns on. And then more specifically to the current situation, we are teaching them about how to protect themselves in the hospital, how to put on or don the personal protective equipment or PPE properly, and how to doff it and take it off. So that's also a part of our intern and CA1 orientation, something that was not a part of it last year, of course. So all of those things will be instructed today, and hopefully the interns will feel very comfortable with the new information that they're getting. But I remember how I felt when I was an intern coming in. Like, what in the world did I sign up for? And how am I going to make it through this? So I just kind of try to tell them, take it one day at a time. And everything that you need to know, you will know at some point, but just don't expect to know it all on day one. I took the long walk from the car today so I could make the video. But this year I'm going to be working with new CA1, Clinical Anesthesia Year 1. So they're done with their intern year, and they're going to be entering the ORs full time starting today. So he needs to be oriented on a lot of things, the way that our ORs work. How do we chart? How do we pull up meds? How do we set up the OR? That's something that he could have definitely mastered during internship, but just as a refresher, as it might have been a while ago. So that's something that we're definitely going to go over during the next couple weeks. And then by August 1st, I expect that he's going to be really comfortable in the OR and be able to manage most of these things independently with some minimal guidance. So that's our goal, and we're going to work toward that every day going forward. So I just got in for the day. So a new intern and CA1 orientation is going to include discussing the different ways to set up the anesthesia machine, the different inner workings of the hospital, like where everything is located, all the intricate things about being an anesthesia resident that you don't learn in med school.
I got my tiara.
Hey girls.
What are you doing? So I just went. It was so big. Look, see out the window. Wait, Mommy, I'm gonna open the door. Mommy, open the door.
Wait, let me close mine. So I'm gonna spend the rest of the day with the girls, and we'll hopefully enjoy the rest of our vacation, right?
Yup, Mommy.
Yeah.
Really short.
So happy July 1st to all the new interns coming in today. and all the new anesthesia residents, the CA1s. Guys, you're gonna learn a lot in a short period of time, but don't be overwhelmed. Just take it one day at a time, literally. Do that. And I wish you guys all the best. Take care of yourself and definitely be safe.